Ja! 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 Beszarás, és pont amikor kedvem lenne valakiből kiverni a lelkem. Otti, látjátok? Ott az a kegyláda! Mindjárt! Itt az ellenség! Riano! Ott van egy a szemetek közül! Vigyázzatok vele! Hé! Ott van! Vigyázz! Ja! Ja! Ja!
nicht! Riado! Ott
Эй, вот вам, видят!
Good health to you.
I've got them.
What?
Whole bloody lot.
Well then, let's see how you look in it. Oh. Is that it? It's a bit...
Ordinary?
Are you serious? I got it straight from the fucking humans.
Oh, it's not exactly, terrifying, is it?
It's about as frightening as my aunt's speckled hen.
They just don't look much like a human to me.
Have any of you actually seen a cumin?
What? Do you mean close up?
Don't be daft.
Miramir's described them many times.
Everyone knows cumins are monstrous. They're barbarians. Pagans.
Whereas you look like a little boy playing at soldiers.
And just who the hell is Miramir?
He's a regular in my tavern. He works as a caravan guard, and he knows what he's talking about. He's been eye to eye with the cumin, and he's lived to tell the tale. You can ask him yourself.
Nah, what are they now?
Oi, Henry. Take that ridiculous thing off before anyone sees you, eh?
I've got the meat you wanted.
Right. Here you are.
Are you after some meat?
Certainly. I'll be mighty.
How's trade?
Nothing we can have.
Hey!
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
They tell me you've seen a lot of cumins. They say you'd recognise one even in the dark.
I certainly would. Buy me a drink and I'll tell you stories that will make your hair.
Here you go.
Thanks. What's your name anyway?
Henry.
Anyway, not long ago, I was escorting a goods caravan all the way from Vienna, and all of a sudden, a terrible storm. Hail, lightning, snow, the works.
Snow. In summer.
Don't interrupt. Where was I? Oh, that's right, the storm. We strayed off the path, couldn't see the ground beneath our feet. And all of a sudden, we heard singing. In the distance, we saw a fire in the clearing, with malevolent creatures ranged around it, singing demonic songs.
These malevolent creatures didn't mind the snow. Wouldn't they have preferred to sing somewhere warm?
Be quiet. Anyway, as if in a trance, we walked towards the fire. And at that moment, we saw them. Were those hideous creatures monsters or demons, you ask? No. They were humans. And a bunch of infants, crying and sniffling.
So, someone was feeling the cold. I'd have been shivering too. Snow doesn't do me any good, especially in summer.
And those devilish creatures were drinking the blood of babies and fornicating with she-devils. We stood there paralyzed with fear until I, and I alone, managed to break out of the spell. I can tell you, I never ran so fast in my life. I was the only one to escape. Since that time, I've been able to do nothing but sit here. I can't work since that awful shock. I'm probably still under a spell.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Probably a spell of laziness. Listen, Millimere, what you just said is complete and utter bollocks from start to finish.
What the hell would you know about it, peasant?
I'm from fucking Skalitz. I watched those bastards butchering my kith and kin with my own eyes.
You might have said that before. I could have saved the yarn for someone who'd appreciate it.
Where did you hear this nonsense? Who's been spreading all these rumours about how frightening the humans look?
Oh, the people from around these parts. Brown, the charcoal burner, told me about them. He lives in the woods near here. Then there's Olener, the wife of the Talmberg fisherman, and young Vashek, a stable boy at the stud farm in Ushitz. He saw them too. Oh well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
They say you know what humans look like.
I do. Once when I was going alone through the dark woods.
That's of no interest to me.
But...
Look, save the tall tales to impress the wenches. I'm not interested.
Well... They're decked out in raven feathers because...
So a black hen would do.
But that wouldn't have magical powers.
Right.
Good luck then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What in the name of God are you doing, poacher?
What the hell are you talking about?
What are you doing here? Looking for your kill, are you poacher? That dead deer?
I'm looking for humans and killing them.
Ah, well, all right then. I suppose that's fine. All right. I suppose you're innocent after all.
I'm glad you saw sense. Well, we'll just have to report it to someone. And
Yeah.
Good God. What happened to your clothes? If you were robbed, you should...
they say you know about humans.
Fangs. They wear wolves' fangs to make themselves invisible in the dark. And they can creep around like beasts of prey as sneaky as death.
That was...
Fangs. Take care.
I hope I...
How are the town?
Ah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope I can be.
I found that horse you lost.
Really?
Yes, really.
Thank for all the saints. I was just about to start packing my things. I'll let you.
You're welcome.
I will.
I hear you can tell me something about humans.
No, sir. My master would whip me for telling tall tales again. But really, it's all true.
I won't hit you. Just tell me, is it the truth?
Really, sir? I still see them every time I try to sleep.
Aha. All right. So what do the humans wear?
They wear the skins of dogs hunted down in...
Right.
Farewell.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Could do with a bite to eat.
God be. Take care.
Let's talk about the prod.
Well,
What about...
that's not. Finally. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I never.
Here you are, and good health.
God be with you. I've got the meat you want.
Right, here you are.
Are you after some?
I've run out of boar meat. It's a nuisance. If you could bring...
One ale over here, please.
I got fucking out.
Wonderful. Come with me. Goodbye.
What's taking them so long?
I really don't know.
Ready? Good. Now put it on.
Oh, definitely an improvement.
That's good. That's really fucking good.
You don't think it's too much?
It's perfect. If I met you at night, I'd shit myself.
That's exactly what humans look like.
Says the man who's never seen one.
Well, I mean, that's exactly what people think humans look like.
Yep, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all.
We're only just getting started.
Hey, welcome, Henry. Hey, good luck then.
Jesus, what? God be with you.
Have you heard about anything interesting going on lately?
Just some talk about lost sheep and indecent wenches. Probably nothing to interest you.
Of course I care about it. Sheeps and wenches are my thing. Where do I find them?
That's over and done with. They ran up
The wenches?
the sheep.
Well, we'd better get back to work.
I don't really have anything specific right now, but I did hear about something interesting from one of your neighbors.
Who?
I don't know his name, but it was about as old as you. He said his family owned the Scallots Tavern.
Young Adam, then. And the interesting part?
He decided he wanted to go back home. See the damage and so on. And someone looted it right in front of his nose.
I know. I've met those scavengers before. It's not that interesting, just sad, really.
Well, it certainly isn't Christian. But the thing is, they were hiding money in that cellar of theirs.
And did he say where he was going?
He said he's going to Rattay.
It won't be easy to find.
Then you'll have to ask someone, won't you? Bloody hell.
I wouldn't count on it. The looters probably spent all of it by now.
This Adam said it was enough to fix a whole cottage.
Alright, but it still seems shady. And you haven't really given me much to go on.
Maybe. But I don't have anything better.
I'll be on my way.
Go. Go.
How's trade?
Nothing we can. God be with you.
Jesus, what? Take care. How are you? See you later. God be with you.
God be with you.
Hey! Good luck then.
Yeah. Yeah.
No one is allowed to creep around here with that. This definitely won't come cheap.
You're making a serious mistake.
Well, I thought that is... Hey, you! Don't move a muscle!
Hey.
There's the man. Good work, Henry.
Thank you, sir.
I'd tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
That treasure of yours you sent me to get.
Did you find it?
It belongs to Baron.
But...
Well, fine.
Oh, why are you waking me? Good health to you.
And another thing. What about the captain of the garrison? What's he like?
Sir Bernard. A grouchy old bastard. He don't care much for us. I'd like to shove a stick up his arse. Or take up...
And Sir Hans Capon? Have you seen him?
Aye, I saw him. And for a young fellow, he was as drunk as... Well, as a lord. Which he is, of course. All of...
Have you met the local lord?
Sir Hanush. Of course. He's a joke.
Thanks.
May the Lord watch over you.
God's sake. Do you know where I can find...
Adam? He's either tottering around the tavern or hanging around the horses.
Yes.
Did you find out what actually happened?
What a...
Everything forward and home!
God save you.
You went to Skalitz on your own, didn't you? That took guts.
No, not really. It took me a while before I could work up the courage.
That was sensible of you. I went back straight away, and I almost got killed.
I know. I heard. That's part of the reason I was so nervous.
And how did it go? Did you do everything you wanted?
There wasn't anything.
What thief?
Some shady-looking character. Whole face smeared with soot. He shot out of the basement as soon as I went by and ran away with his loot. I got such a scare. I didn't think about...
What did he look like?
I didn't get a good look at him. He was covered in soot, and his sack of loot was so full, he had the kettle tied to it on the outside. It was gleaming.
A sooty man, a big sack and a new kettle. Of course he could clean himself up and throw away the sack. Maybe it was a devil. Or a charcoal burner.
You know, it really could have been a charcoal burner. That sack definitely looked like a charcoal burner's sack, and there are a lot of those around Rovna.
What was it he took?
I don't know. My father...
What harm is there in telling me now? I can't steal it. Someone got there before me.
That's true. My father hid some money and valuables there. There was...
What did he look like?
I didn't get a good look at him. He was covered in soot, and his sack of loot was so full, he had the kettle tied to it on the outside. It was gleaming.
A sooty man, a big sack and a new kettle. Of course he could clean himself up.
You know, it really could have been a charcoal burner.
What did the cross look like?
Why do you ask?
Well, if I saw it somewhere...
What? You want to look for it?
Well, like I said, if I see it or hear something about it, we'll see.
That would be so kind. I've nothing left. If I had... The cross itself was silver, and it had a small red ruby in the middle, like a heart.
And did you tell the catchpoles about it?
I did. Alex asked me what happened and then sent me straight to them.
And what happened?
They said they were sorry, but they don't have anyone who could search all the houses looking... Take care.
I need the key to Jezek's cell.
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end.
Don't take it that way. He probably wants to talk to me because he reckons he can hoodwink me. But that's where he's wrong.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Garlic, carrots, beetroot, onions, all that grows in the ground. Fresh. Come right on.
How are you, Henry? Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
Radzig will keep me alive only as long as it takes to get everything I know out of me. You, on the other hand, gave me certain assurances. So I want to be sure that the secrets my life depends on end up in good hands.
So come on, out with it. Tell me everything you know and then we'll see.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord.
Where can I find this Eric? You must...
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll...
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the...
I see.
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
This highly...
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all...
I see.
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
How did you come to hear of...
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen...
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so. That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll...
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
What's that? Huh?
Garlic, onions, mushrooms, and asparagus. Come right up. No need.
Bread. Bread. Rolls and pretzels.
Yeah.
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things.
There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Jezek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I think I know where I could ask. I helped at the infirmary in Sasau, and there was a wounded man there by the name of Thomas, a suspicious type to say the least. He might know something.
Good. I'd rather see you seeking out better company, but that can't be helped. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
As you command, sir.